Chavez, and I'm the program coordinator for the Anti-Bullying Institute. Today we're going to be talking about the bullying dilemma and how this affects our children in our schools and in our communities. So what is the definition of bullying? Bullying is unwanted aggressive behavior among school-age children that involves a real or perceived power imbalance. And this behavior has the potential to be repeated over time and managed, or both the target and the aggressor have serious and lasting consequences and probably future. Like, it can be verbal, it can be physical, it can be emotional, it can be sexual, cyber, it can be texting, videos posted. It can be excluding somebody from, playground activities or a group. And it could be making fun of somebody, ridiculing them. And it could be racism, sexism. It's about the difference between teasing and bullying. When you're teasing somebody, there's no intention to hurt anyone. It's playful between two friends. It's good-natured and fun, and it can actually bring friendships closer. Bullying is intentionally done to hurt someone. It can cause discomfort and distress to the victim. It is not playful, and this behavior is really over. So let's talk about what that looks like. So if you're teasing someone, your friend, she might rip, and your friends call you klutz, but talk about it. It's something that, was done accidentally, and you laugh about it. Bullying would be some trips you, and they tell you dumb and clumsy and make fun of you. So, and that continues all day, So the difference between what thing is done, accidentally and is done intentionally. What is your definition of bullying? How do you know if your child is being bullied? Were you as a child the aggressor? Is there a pattern that you're noticing that cause harm? And what is it, the bullying, from your child's perspective? And what does it look like? Bullying, where what we discussed earlier is traditional bullying, is cyberbullying. And cyberbullying is will-footed harm inflicted through the use of computers, cell phones, and other electronic devices. Willful behavior is deliberate and not accidental. It's repeated. It has a pattern, and it's just one-time harm. The target must feel they've been hurt, that they've. The one that we need to consider is kids who are being cyberbullied are often also bullied in person, and another thing is kids that are cyberbullied have a harder time getting away from it because it follows them. Bullying different, as I said earlier, is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And it can reach a child on their own, wherever they may be, at half a day or night. Messages can be posted on the internet, on any social media sites. And you can't even trace. It can be anonymous, and that's the hard part, because you wouldn't be able to tell who's sending you these messages or who's harassing you online. And it's really hard to delete inappropriate or harassing messages once they've been put out there on the internet. Of course, is what makes the difference between traditional bullying and cyberbullying. So cyberbullying would be text messages or emails sent by email or posted on social network sites, embarrassing pictures, videos, and one thing that we've catfishing, which is a fake profile set up by someone to, maybe cause you harm, and it's somebody who is not who they are. So the statistics are alarming. 1 of every 4 students report being bullied in school year nationally. And only 6% of those students report bullying. 64% of our children are not reporting bullying because of one reason or another. But more than half of bullying situations do end if someone intervenes. At least prevention programs can reduce bullying up to 50%. So it's very hopeful and nice here. So high school students in the U.S. report being bullied at school in the past year, and 14.8 report being bullied online. 1% of students who identify as LGBTQ were bullied last year. And the one thing that is an inclusive environment of the LGBTQ tend to reduce that. 0.5% of students feel unsafe because of their sexual orientation, and 43.9% because of their gender expression. And 30% of LGBTQ students miss school one entire day because unsafe or unconforming settings. So among high school students, 15.5 cyberbullied and 20.2 are bullied on school property. Students, 24% are cyberbullied and 45% are bullied on school property. Of individuals who have experienced cyberbullying at some point in their life have nearly doubled. In 2007, it was 18%, and now the latest statistics that in 2016, it's gone up to 34%. So, with the growth of technology and the internet, it happens. 90% of teens who have been reported have been cyberbullied are bullied offline. All these numbers. Statistics also prove that students who engage in bullying behavior are at a risk for academic problems, substance abuse, violent behavior, not only adolescents but also into adulthood. And students who are targets of bullying and engage in bullying are at risk for mental and behavior problems. They are bullied, but also if they bully. And to experience bullying are likely than non-bullied to have negative health problems such as stomach aches, headaches, and health issues. So want to bully. What is the reason why they don't want to ask for help? Well, it would be, they don't want to, snitches get stitches, so they'd get in trouble for speaking up. If they were to speak up, no one's going to, so maybe they won't be believed. That is, bullying them is too popular. There are repercussions, and if a person is very, cool in school, and the child might not be cool. They want the bully to come after them or their friends. They don't want to be and the last thing, but most importantly, is no one will listen to me. And that's that we convey to our children that if they're being bullied, if they feel threatened, if they feel unsafe on campus or anywhere, that because there is help out there, and it is important to provide a safe and inclusive environment for your child. So, what does a bully look like? So as we call them aggressors, they have a high self-regard for themselves. They tend to have a lower empathy level. Maybe the popular kids in school may have behaviors that are modeled at home, they did often. And recent research shows that the pleasure center of the brain is activated during this aggression. They can be shy or uncomfortable, or very good at something. They tend to be late or early bloomers. They're different from others, whether it may be due to physical or mental disability. They just or bother easily. They may depression. They not know the difference between aggressiveness and assertiveness. May have low self-esteem. Will be totally withdrawn, isolated, and lonely. Have lower academic achievements due to avoiding single things one's cared about with academics. May be unable to form trusting, healthy relationships with friends, not only in a situation but in the future as well. And may ask for help and have not been given it. One video so you can, and then boom, hop it. Excuse me.
Part of childhood. Or I'm not afraid to go to school. I'm not afraid to be hungry. Have the power to stop the bully. Find what to look for and how you can make a difference. Kids being kids. It's not good homes or bad homes. It's not part of growing up. Didn't you want the bully to stop his or her behavior in 10 seconds when their peers speak up? I should have going to be afraid to get on the school bus. Keep trying to look at the camera. A walk to the locker. We have the power to stop bullying.
Now that we've seen the video, what can we do? What as parents, what can we do as a community? What can we do to stop bullying? We need to look our children and to the children that we work with and really listen. We could let them know that it's only a temporary situation, that even though it feels like the end of the world, this too shall pass. And it's really, they don't going through, and what a person is doing to them is not okay. And so we talk to them and help with healthy thoughts, help them to be of them and stop this fear they're enduring. So the effects of bullying. Unfortunately, a lot of people think that bullying might be just a normal part of growing up. It'll help toughen up kids. It's, part of the world, the cruel world that we live in. But that's not true. Because bullying can be devastating and continue on into adulthood. And that's something that, as parents, we want to make sure that we stop by intervening. Because some kids will the world and might harm themselves, and that's something that we definitely want to stop. And it doesn't just affect, the target or it also affects the whole community and other children, bystanders, and others that are in that environment and subject to that behavior. Why bullying is not reported not only by the target but also by others. The kids want to get involved. They're scared of, what that's going to lead to, what if that bully to hurt them. Now, if they're going to be the new target, maybe they don't know who to go to or how to report it. Maybe an adult or can help, because not to this point. Maybe they don't know that person that's being, and feel like it's not their problem. They feel maybe somebody else, closer to the situation, so they don't have to. Or maybe they have that bully, and they don't feel that it's their place to say. So that it's very important as we talk to the kids is to let our words out there that might hurt them and that may make them feel less than. But the important thing is to have the power from those words and let them know that it's not, do not define them, that it's not who they are, and that it's just trying to tune on them and make feel less than, and that's they can say that's me, and I'm not gonna let that person take that comments and let them hurt me. They might feel shame, anger, fear their sadness, and all that is part of what I go through, but it's very important that we kind of work through those issues with them and the feelings. And let them know that it's not feel like they want to run away, that they want to be left alone. They're not important. They, it's really resonate with them, but as parent community, we want to make sure to let them know that they are unnatural, that they really need to understand that, and then that talking to a parent, talking to some trust can help them work through those feelings. Advise our targets is to let them know to stay away from that bully. Maybe that might, as that bully is causing issues for them, try to see, learn their body language. What is, are they going to be, do they see a certain way they're acting, or them when they're about to maybe something already to say to the bully, like, stop it, that's enough. No, leave me alone. And rely on the buddy system, having somebody there to help them, to work with them to class, if that's when the aggressor is going to attack them. As intervention. And another really thing is to, as parents, to in the community to really practice role playing, get different scenarios and work through them. With drills, so the target can know how to handle certain situations and be better prepared. What can we ask our children? What are questions that are important to convey to our children that we work with? Do you feel how is this behavior affecting you? How is attack by someone impacting? Is it emotional, physical? Do you want this to stop, or is it a point where it's can you stop it, or is it something that they are no longer able to control? Another thing that we can, there's slide that talks about how they handle things, how parents can, when a child comes home and says certain things. He likes me. Why have you tried to make friends? I feel that nobody likes you. Is something that's happening that they're showing you? Richard won't be alone. So, how's it been happening? Have you asked to stop? I'm the only one that he's bothering, or other children involved? They're making things worse. What have you done to help? Have you brought it up to anyone else? Is your teacher the only one that you feel this way about? Honestly. Can you stand and really listen, and then express to them what they've told you? Make sure that you clearly understand what they said to you. What's the situation? What's happened? Sarah got into a fight. Did you get hurt? Were you involved? Else? Read those questions to see how that played out, so you can have a clearer picture and a better understanding of what's happening and how to help. Doesn't let me do anything. This sounds like you got hurt. What have you tried to do things where Kevin has been always around? How is it that he doesn't let you do anything? And how like throughout the day? So cyberbullying, that's something that, like we discussed earlier, it's something that it's 24/7. And, in regards to traditional bullying, you can go away from the situation by removing yourself from the situation, going home. But when it comes to cyberbullying, that's something that really needs to be talked about, because important to talk to your child on how, but also on internet safety is paramount. Because I want to make sure that when you're not always able to see what your child is doing, who they're talking to, they're viewing online. But it's important to have rules set to ask what side you're on, not necessarily we watch every single thing they do, because then that might cause them to keep things private or keep things themselves. And if they get into a situation where they are being cyberbullied, maybe they're afraid to come and talk to you about what sites they have visited. So I would say just talk proper online behavior, set standards, set clear standards at the beginning, set rules right at the beginning, and I'll talk to them about what is and what isn't appropriate to share online, and that what they post on should be taken out. And if they share information that is that they're normally sharing the whole world, let them know that what they share now could also affect them in the future in regards to jobs, in regards to college entrance, footprint that our kids have will affect them. And it's important that we let them know that that's something that they have to be conscientious about, because once it's out there, it's really hard to take it out. Also, let them know that if something is harming them, whether it be offline or online, that it is important that they come to you and you said about it, but you will help them try to solve that problem, because that's the biggest thing. It's important for to have an open line of communication to let them know that they can come to you. Because, like we stated earlier, cyberbullying is something that's happening quite frequently, and it needs to, and our parents are not aware that it's happening. That we can help our children is to role play, reenact certain scenarios, use your friends, use parents, use uncles, whoever's available, and who act out different roles, and make sure also play different roles where you can then see both sides of it, and they can see different ways to handle things. So role playing there's a great technique. It's called the fogging technique, and what that does is you can accept criticism like the fog, take it in, but it doesn't affect you. When you throw a rock in the fog, it doesn't affect the fog, but you kind of embrace it and it's done. It's not affecting you. So an example would be let's see, you have a really big nose. True, a beak. True, no. And then, you're the ugliest kid in school. The child can say, that's your opinion. And so, because it's about power. And once you take away that power, it's not going to be, it's going to continue, because they don't know. They're not being affected by what they say. They're not being, they're not getting technique, and it's pretty much what we're saying, broken record. The bully insults you, you just say stop. In different ways, you say stop. So it'd be the bully saying, look at tennis. Why are you even bothering to play? And yeah, stop it. That's enough. You say, you can't even hit the ball. It's so easy. And the child stops. And that's enough. Stop it. In different ways, say your message and let them know that you're meant to stop. Can we deal with the situation? When you're being bullied, you're definitely going to be upset and you're going to want to resolve the issue right away. Be sure to talk to your child about what they're going through and be sure that not only are you calm, but that you help your child to be calm in that situation. And what's going to be done to solve the problem, as opposed to, oh, this person is wrong, blaming anyone. So work with your child to generate ideas on how the situation can be resolved, and where something that both the target and the aggressor can live with and abide by. Make sure you let your child know that you're listening. Validate them. Let them know that it's not okay. Know that this is a way. This is one way that you're trying to handle the problem. But if it works, then we can continue to find a solution or a way until solve the problem. And it's very important to make sure that at every step that you're involving your child how you're going to solve the problem. The problem is it's happening at school. Make sure that you keep a written record. Talk to your child, and then when the child comes to you and says, "I'm being bullied," ask the question: where, why, how, who was involved, who did you tell, and track down the date, time, people involved, and put all down in writing. It's cyberbullying, screenshot messages. Print out copies of the text messages, postings, same thing. Screenshot Facebook comments, anything with a timestamp with information, so you can have a very well got what's happening. The timeline of what's happened, how long it's happening for, where it's happened, so you can really be able to share this information and proof and able to with the individuals that you're asking for help. Definitely immediately. Don't, a child tells you, late next day, go and talk to individuals and make sure that you are very calm, but that you're conveying that there's an issue, there's a problem, and you want to quickly resolve it. You would ask to meet with your child's teacher or principal, explain your concerns in a friendly, non-confrontational manner. If they have seen anything happen, don't, but really ask for help. Share your problem, your concerns, and with your child to come up with solutions. And if you met with the teacher, or the principal, let your child know what's happened, so that your child is aware of what's happening and that there's something being done to resolve that problem. These things, when you're talking family and community, where you could do it as a parent, you could do it as a teacher, you can do it as whatever setting you are in, it's important to really talk to your child. About your feelings. Were you bullied? Were you the popular one? Were you an outsider? As uncle, anybody, as a community member, from after school programs, keep your check and really know this situation is about a child and solving their problem. And you can share your experience, but also what's important is to focus on the problem that's here and now and how to resolve it. Not on what your feelings are about your situation, about being bullied, but you're talking, dealing with what to do. And again, make sure that you let the child know that bullying is not okay, it's not acceptable, and something will be done. Family setting, it's good to have a discussion where you talk about bullying. Will it be at the dinner table? Is it something that needs to be just somewhere else? Is it something that needs to involve your child or the whole family discussion that needs to happen? And ask the child, have you confronted the bully? What happened? Have you done anyone? Have you bullying at school? How to stop it? And principals do bullying and help stop bullying. And actually, what's very as a community, as a family, is to be clear on what the rules are and how things are going to be addressed if what's happening. Does everybody does everybody understand it? Is everybody aware of what's happening? If it is a situation that's an ongoing problem or something that you feel needs to be addressed regularly, to have those conversations regularly, to have those meetings regularly. And if you say you're going to do something, that you do. And as community, as school personnel, make sure you protect the reporters. It's very important because we want them to get to be connected and let know that it is important that bystanders that they either way or report it. But that you let children know that if they see bullying, if there's bullying happening, wherever it may be, that they ask for help, or if it is safe to do so, that they stop it. A bystander would be somebody who it happened. So a bystander plays important roles because bullies thrive on the audience, being the most impact. So, as a bystander, a bystander can do their part by upstander, and this would be by to be an upstander, you would report any incident. You would stick up for the target. You would rally support from your friends for the bully to step to that bully. And another bystander can stop being a bystander is to befriend people who they see are being isolated, who are being left out on purpose, who are being ridiculed. The environment inclusive so they feel like they belong. And it's really important to also, as community, as professionals, and parents, to let know that it's not that it's mine. That's very important to tell someone, and you can intervene, but most importantly, tell someone and ask for help. Flags to look out for. If a child is being bullied, and that would be such low grades, or grade period, teacher reports, disrespectful nature, child is awkward, they're delayed, they no longer are interested in what they used to be, they want to be left alone. Things to really look at is if there's a drastic change in your child. They'll go to school. Why it's really important to find out is at the root of this age. Protective factors for bullying. For individuals and family factors, it's very important that the child feels secure, feels cared for, that is building up their self-esteem, helping them to have that self-confidence in themselves, that we're supportive, that are modeling positive behavior, or the peer and school factors, those positive friendship with peers, that's very important. The teachers are engaged and responsive, and that it's an inclusive environment where everybody is welcome and everybody feels like they belong. Keep in mind, and they're important to share with the child. It's always important. It's always a priority, and that is of most importance. That you want your child to be safe, healthy, and have a wonderful learning environment. Not saying, and it's important to discuss what that situation looks like and how to resolve it. That the children report that they're being bullied, so it's important to realize that a child is being bullied but doesn't want to report that. And cases where the bullying continues and the target continues to feel discomfort, that sometimes family therapy can help in this, will help in the situation. One last thing that I want to share with you, there are importance that information that we look at, and back in 2000, the Congress asked the FTC to act that would for children under 13, and this is the Children's Online Protection Act. And it was designed to this act is designed to help parents protect their kids. So this prohibits websites that are geared towards kids under 13 and under from gathering information, whether it be name, phone number, email address, street address, social security, and without parental consent. So that's what's very important that we talked about this as well. And then January 2013, but it's been raised since January 2015. SB 568 is a eraser button bill, and what it does is get rid of button. Means so minors can remove information that they personally posted on any website, online mobile apps, and the ability to take off information that they regret that posting or now want to take out. So it's really to keep that in mind. And lastly, what is very important is that in California, it is illegal to possess or distribute obscene matters, and that would include sexting. So your child has a picture of someone, they're nude or it's inappropriate, and yours that they can potentially face criminal charge. And depending on the severity of it, it can be a misdemeanor and that can follow them for the rest of their life. And starting in January 2017, a new law came into effect that allows school districts to normally to someone if they are caught sexting or sharing any of this material. So not only will they charges, but they also can get expelled from school. So that's important to keep in mind and to really talk to our children about, because it's not okay to bully, it's not okay to cyberbully. There are severe consequences if you're caught doing those things. References that I've used for this PowerPoint. Any more information you need, again, my name is Denise Chavez, and that's my email and information. Hope for you, and stay safe out there and keep each other safe.